This is Jim Jones, our track photographer. Going to get a quick picture, and then we'll introduce you to our contingent of champions that are able to be with us. I know Caleb Jones is unable to make it today. He's our Bomber A champion. Christopher Hatton's not able to make it today, our 602 champion. He's up racing the North-South shootout. And I think pretty much everybody else is here. We're going to settle 4 more championships this weekend with the Super Lates, Pro Lates, the Mod Minis, and the Modifieds. But we wanted to give our track champions their due here tonight as well during the Prelude. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing our Sportsman champion for 2024. Let's hear it for Palmer Haig. And Palmer, we'll see him in action tonight in the Pro Trucks as well. In the Bomber B division, let's have a round of applause for our champion, Jason Scrovren. Our Truck Series champion was Maria Martin. She'll be racing later tonight, but I believe she's still working on the race truck. So let's have a round of applause for Maria. And then we'll introduce our Ground Pounder champion. Let's hear it for Toby Smith. And in the Super Stock division, let's have a round of applause for Cody Whitley. And finally, but not least, our EMOD champion for 2024. Let's hear it for Eugene Tunello Jr. And one more time, ladies and gentlemen, please give them a big round of applause. They worked hard all season long, spent a lot of money. Get Holly in here for another quick picture, I believe. But let's hear it for our champions one more time.
We'll get out here tonight, try to see if we can improve a little bit, have some fun, hopefully come out with a championship.
Well, Brad, you're the track local favorite here, so good luck tonight.
Thank you so much. Excited to be here.
Brad May in car number 9. He's got to get it done for 2 nights in a row. We'll see what he can do. Racing number 9. Let's hear it for Brad May. Inside row number 2 now. Driving the 7 in New York out of Mooresville, North Carolina. Driver's had success out here with the fenders off. Going to put the fenders on here tonight in the Mohawk number 7. Let's hear for Luke Baldwin. To the outside pole position. Bright orange and black, number 55. Driver that turned a lot of heads out here during the World Series back in February. Your outside pole sitter out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Car number 55, George Phillips. And ladies and gentlemen, your current pro late model point leader by way of the invert tonight, driving the Byron Superstores number 17. Going to start from pole position out of Perry, Georgia. Let's hear it for Hudson Bolger. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Drivers, start your engines. Field comes to life here at the new Smyrna Speedway. Final time through 1 and 2 behind the pace car. It's already been a long weekend for these drivers and crews, and it all comes down to this. 7 points separating our championship hopefuls. Hudson Bolger 17, Brad May 9. What's going to happen? Let's find out. Here comes your field. Pace car to safety. Green flags are out. Prelude with the jump on the way. Who gets the jump in turn 1? Phillips on the high side. Might have the momentum. Bolger, the point leader, trying to stay with him, but it's Phillips with a break on the backstretch. George Phillips, the leader, as Bolger sticks the nose back in there. Good race at the top spot. George Phillips, lead lap 1. Phillips with that bright orange rear end, trying to show it to the 17 of Hudson Bolger. And here comes Brad May. Brad May in car number 9, looking to steal the championship here tonight. He's up to second, right on the high side. Hudson Bolger 2 is inside. Phillips continues to lead. Fast cars coming from row number 3 after qualifying the invert. TJ DeCare in the 15. He's up to 4th now. Jimmy Renfrew, that black 00. Had a really good World Series out here in February. We're going to parlay that to victory tonight. The 7 of Baldwin starting to fall back. He's been drop kicked back to the 6th position. Phillips leads, but here comes Brad May. Brad hungry to get yet another championship for himself and Bobby Sears Racing. George Phillips, he don't care about points. He just wants to win here tonight. Close quarters action off turn 4 with Renfrew and DeCare. 2 drivers who have raced each other hard on the car's Pro Late Model Tour throughout the season. They know each other well. And they're seeing the top 3 start to scoot away as Brad May dives to the inside for the lead. Brad May with a power move through 3 and 4 on the racetrack. New leader Brad May, car 9. Brad May, the 9, from 4th to the lead. And here comes Bolger. The 55 went up the racetrack. Here comes the 17. Power move there for Hudson. Bolger knows he's got to keep the 9 in his sights here tonight. Brad May going to the point. Right now, 5 points separating our championship hopefuls. 5 to the good for Hudson Bolger. Brad May out in front by 2 car lengths as they go down the back straightaway. 6 laps complete. It's been action-packed thus far. Seven complete for Brad May and the 9, starting to inch away from Hudson Bolger, the point leader. George Phillips beginning to fade now in the 55. Early race leader under attack now from Jimmy Renfrew's 00 car. Oh, they nearly touched. They might have touched coming off the corner. Renfrew got to get a little bit loose. Got off the gas, and here comes Jason Vale, the 407. He's starting to make headway to the back of the pack. Did not have the qualifying run he was hoping for. Vale's 407. Looking to the inside now of the Baldwin 7. And Hudson Bolger getting the tire temps and pressures up where he needs it to be. He's trying to close in now on Brad May's number 9. Good run off turn number 2 for Bolger in the 17. Bolger got his first win out here earlier in the season. Swept a double 50. Got the Triple Crown that night. And then by virtue of a couple of rainouts, he's been able to hold on to the point lead for the last 6 months. Brad May leads. In second, Hudson Bolger. George Phillips holding on to third. Jimmy Renfrew Jr. in the 00 trying to get up in the mix. TJ DeCare, the fast qualifier, stuck in 5th, has not been able to make much progress. Already lapped around the 84, Steve Redditt. As Lacey Bison 96 moves to the inside of Tim Sozier. Sozier not having the pace he was hoping for here this season. Battle for third heating up once again. Phillips 55, Renfrew 00. Good clean start to this 100-lap race. Some drivers might be using up their stuff, some might be saving it. And here comes Renfrew looking inside of Phillips for third in turn 1. Phillips going to hang on to that spot for now. Top 7 cars all on the same straightaway in a big line here as they go into turn number 1. Still Brad May, your leader. Hudson Bolger getting off turn number 2 very well. That 17 looking pretty sporty. Didn't get the start he was hoping for, but he is running strong right now. A little loose on the bottom of the racetrack, trying to catch Brad May. Battle for the lead, shaping up at the front of the pack in turn 1. Watch the 17 right here. Apex of the corner off. Gets a good run on Brad May's number 9. $17 laps complete. Brad May leading that 17, who gets that big run again off turn 2 for the lead now down the back straightaway. Into 3, Bolger 17, peeking to the inside of Brad May's number 9. And here comes Phillips. 3 cars under blank for the top spot. Brad May hangs on. Bolger better in 1 and 2, May better in 3 and 4. Again, Brad May holds off the challenge. George Phillips is there. The 55 coming back to life now. May goes up the track. Here's Bolger to the inside. Close quarters action at the line. It's Brad May with the lead. Boy, they better sort this out. They're catching the 84 Reddit here quickly down the back straightaway. It could get dicey when they get to him. Top 5 all right together in turn 3. Jason Vale. Oh, little contact. Brad May sideways there, but hangs on to it. New leader Hudson Bolger, and I think the sense of urgency as they catch the lap car might have caused that a little bit. Brad May trying to get back to the bumper of the rookie. Hudson Bolger out in front now with 20 laps complete. And the field comes back together. Brad May looking to give him the horns. Little payback there. May, I won't forget that move. Brad May up the track in turn 1, trying to turn down, but he's got a car that is inside. It's Phillips. George Phillips up to second. Might have caught Brad May by surprise a little bit there. Here comes Renfrew to fill the hole. Brad May, the early leader, slipping backwards now in the 9. You don't see this very often. Brad May in car number 9, slipping back to 4th now as he tries to hold off the youngster TJ DeCaire sideways. Brad May getting bounced around here. A kick to the high side and now dropping backwards. Hudson Bulger, his championship rival, leads contact with TJ DeCaire now. Trading a little bit of vinyl there. Brad May, as he falls back through this field, it's a 3-car breakaway up front now. Hudson Bulger leads it. George Phillips is second. Jimmy Renfrew Jr. up to 3rd. TJ DeCaire trying to get Brad May now for that 4th spot. May almost got a piece of the wall, might have scraped it there coming off 4th. Brad May in a free fall right now, just trying to hang on to the top 5 because here comes Jason Bales, 407. Boy, that moment where George Phillips stuck his nose to the inside of Brad May and kind of broke that momentum for a bit. You see what's happened. Brad May gonna have to regroup. Don't count him out yet. There's still a long way to go as the battle for second heats up into turn 3. Brad May under attack from Luke Baldwin now. Jimmy Renfrew attacking George Phillips for second. Phillips hangs on. Already passed the quarter distance in this one. Great racing at the front. Couple of different leaders already. Phillips, May, and now Hudson Bulger. Bulger was so good here throughout the season. Got his first career win on the high banks back a couple of months ago. And has obviously, despite the long break, has not forgotten how to get around this place. "28 laps about to be complete for the 17 Hudson Bulger. Stephen Reddit's 84, not far ahead of the leaders now. Reddick was trying to hang on. That's got to go lap down to the 10 for Blake Suddy. Reddick keeping his car on the low side. That is the slow groove here at New Smyrna. He stays down out of the way. No harm, no foul. Top 3 have gotten by the lap machine once again. 30 laps will be up on the board this time for Hudson Bulger. The Hoosier Pro Late Model Series, usually twin 50s on a weekly race night. 100 laps here is the marquee event to close out the year. So a long way to go. Hudson Bulger still showing the way at this lap. If this race goes 50 laps consecutive, green flag, a competition caution will come out. We got a ways to go to see if that'll happen. Hudson Bulger 17 still showing the way. Ice 96 has caught the one of Logan Boyette now for position down the main straightaway. Brad May has faded back to the 7th position right now. Best out is for 8th. Bison the 96 with that bumper the 1X. Vice trying to turn off the bottom of 4 to get by that machine. Logan Bulger at the line, reeling in. Blake Suddy's number 10. Another lap complete, 35 laps now complete, 65 to go. Bulger, Phillips, Renfrew, the top 3. They've broken away from pole sitter, or fast time qualifier, I should say. TJ DeCaire, number 15. Jimmy Renfrew's 00, second fastest qualifier, making a big move on Phillips here off of 4. Little nudge, little knock on the door there, no harm, no foul. Renfrew's car starting to come to life here. A couple of the drivers that showed muscle during the World Series up on the wheel, charging towards the front. driver to register for this weekend's event. There's the first driver in line right now. 37 down. Long way to go for that 17. Doing everything he needs to do to hold on to that track championship right now. Boy, the battle for second heating up big time. Renfrew to the inside of Phillips. Oh, Renfrew almost got into him there as they went into one. Phillips gives him plenty of room. Now they're going to door to door down the back straightaway. Renfrew, 0-0 on the inside. Phillips, that orange and black machine on the outside. Let's see if Phillips can pitch him down now. Renfrew trying to get clear. They go into one, and Renfrew is clear to second. Jimmy Renfrew Jr. up to second. Don't sleep on the 407. Jason Vale up to fifth. Was working on TJ DeCare, but slipped in the corner that time. 40 laps complete this time for Hudson Bolger in the 17. He's going to have company, though, with Renfrew in just a moment. And by virtue of the 6-car invert, Hudson Bolger didn't qualify as well as he was hoping for. Was able to start up front, lost the lead early, got it back, and now can see that mirror filling up with the black 0-0 Renfrew. Laney Bice 96 for position on the 1X as they come off the corner. Laney Bice and Logan Boyette battling for position as the leaders streak by, complete another lap. 96 and 1X, they've been locked together for the last few laps. Dylan LeBeau, the 47, set to go a lap down. LeBeau, one of the series rookies, stays down on the inside. Here comes Jason Vale's 407 to the back bumper, TJ DeCare. Battle for fourth begins to heat up once again. Vale to the bottom. Vale's white 407 machine working that inside. So tough to get the power down on the inside. He'll drop back once again. Vale and Baldwin right there on the back with TJ DeCare. DeCare had such a great season on the Pro Late Model Cars Tour. Second in North Wilkesboro a couple weeks ago. Vale got loose coming off the corner. Vale, big loose there. Had to save it and drops back. Here comes Baldwin 7 machine back into the fray. And here comes Renfrew. Jimmy Renfrew closing in on the leader. 46 laps complete. There is a competition caution scheduled for lap 50 if one doesn't happen naturally before then. The field settling down here, 3 laps away from halfway. Hudson Bolger in the 17 hanging on to the lead. Jimmy Renfrew trying to close in. 2 laps shy of halfway. Things have calmed down, but it might be calming down for a good reason. Sozio, 16, last car on the lead lap right now. That team just hasn't been where they want them to be today. 49 laps complete for your leader and point leader, Hudson Bolger. This time by, we'll see the crossed flags for Hudson Bolger. Car number 17 brings us to the halfway point. Tim Sozio to cross line. Competition caution should be displayed once that happens. And yellow flag to come out here with 50 laps complete. Yellow flag is out. This is a competition caution. 50 laps consecutive green flag racing. It brings us under caution. This will be the one and only break in this race, as there will be no competition cautions inside of 10 to go. And Brad May going to be the only driver to pit here. And here come a couple towards the back. So Brad May pulled up there to pit, and now here comes Logan Boyette and Tim Sozio in the 16. So not a lot of takers here on pit road. So where they come off pit road, they will file into the rear of the field. Dylan LeBeau will be the lucky dog, so he'll be at the rear of the field as well. Hudson Bolger made a last-minute decision to go to the outside, but he is clear, and the field is set. And we're looking for the restart. 50 laps to go in the Prelude to the Cup 100. Your leader, Hudson Bolger, on the outside. George Phillips down to his inside. Here we go, back underway. A little sideways there for the 17 coming to the line. And Hudson Bolger gathers it back in. He's got the lead down the back straightaway. Renfrew gets squeezed off going down the back straightaway. Phillips hangs on to second. Renfrew back to the inside. Bold move there for the 0-0. A lot of contact there, middle of the pack. Restarts always make you hold your breath here at New Smyrna as TJ DeCare gets to the inside of the 0-0. DeCare in the 15 working his way to the inside for third. Hudson Bolger 17, George Phillips 55, door to door for third. TJ DeCare working the bottom of that black 15 with Jimmy Renfrew. That outside momentum is going to hold on to third for now. Jason Vale now has Luke Baldwin to his inside for fifth. Brad May trying to come back to life in the 9 after the pit stop. Body slam between the 7 and 407 going into 1. Baldwin and Vale disagreeing over track position there. Bolger leads. Phillips knocking on the door. He wants the lead back. For the lead, heating up with 54 laps complete. Little contact there between the 17 and 55, and here comes Renfrew. Renfrew with a big head of steam, door to door for the lead in 3. Phillips on the bottom, Bolger to the outside, and here comes Renfrew to fill the gap. Whoa, they touch 17, look out, Hudson Bolger, the point leader, is backwards through the grass and into the wall. Huge championship moment here down the front straightaway. The point leader, Hudson Bolger, gets turned around. We'll see how bad the damage is. Unbelievable. Hudson Bolger does have some damage to the right side of that machine after contact with the wall, down through the mud. A wild moment for Hudson Bolger, the championship point leader. We'll see if he can continue. But Brad May, who's not having the best of days, might be able to steal this. Bolger trying to get it refired. Hudson Bolger and team will have to go to work, see if they can get that car back out on the speedway. 7 points the difference coming into the feature. That's basically 4 positions on the racetrack. Oh, Bolger got a tap there from behind, and 17 went up in the air and then hard into the inside wall with the right rear. Tight coming off the bottom of the racetrack, danced up into the 17. The 17 danced around, went over the wheel of the 0-0, and you saw the rest. Great pictures from the folks at Flow Racing, giving us some instant replays tonight. And again, shout out to the folks from the Heart to Heart Breast Cancer Foundation doing their best dance down there. Hudson Bolger able to make it back to pit road. Brad May is pitted once again. So the team going to have to go to work on car number 17. So Bolger's team going back to work on the Ricon number 17. He's in a championship race here, trying to get him back on track, trying to make the most of it here at this point. They're not out of it if they can stay on the racetrack. Your leader now, George Phillips, 55. Jimmy Renfrew, 0-0. A wild, wild moment in this highly competitive Pro Late Model race as we expected here tonight. So again, after qualifying, Brad May picked up 3 points on Hudson Bolger, a 7-point differential. Jason Vale, 21 points. I'm sorry, Jason Vale, 13 points back coming into the feature. So he's very much in the conversation at this point. We'll have to do some calculations. Let's see how it all plays out here with 55 laps complete. Field getting 1 to go. We're going to choose this time by, ladies and gentlemen. Hudson Bolger making it back out, folks. Car number 17. He's now stopped off turn number 2. Bolger is stopped off turn number 2, trying to get it back going. Field coming back to the restart zone. We're back underway. Green flag is out. Phillips on the outside. Renfrew on the bottom with a big move going into 1. Contact between the leaders. Here comes Baldwin. Baldwin for the top spot now. Boy, they continue to touch going through the corner, and Hudson Bolger back to pit road. Heartbreaker for the 17 team tonight. And Jimmy Renfrew Jr., the 00, to the lead. Renfrew leads it. Phillips working back on the bottom. Field stacks up off the corner. Now we watch Vale and May. Right now, Brad May in the catbird seat for the championship. Hudson Bolger's team done for the night. For the lead, Phillips to the inside. George Phillips aggressive here tonight. But he's got another aggressive driver, Jimmy Renfrew, to his outside. Close quarters action between Phillips and Renfrew. Now Phillips back out in front. 58 laps complete. Phillips and Renfrew back and forth. They go for the top spot. Luke Baldwin up to 3rd. Jason Vale up to 4th. TJ DeCare rounding out the top 5. And Brad May back in 7th. Right now in control of the championship. George Phillips not being able to get away from the 00 Jimmy Renfrew. I think we're in for a heck of a 40-lap shootout here. Renfrew back to the inside, back into that quarter panel. These two not afraid to trade some paint. That back bumper, the 55, all beat up as they came by the front straightaway. Renfrew and Phillips going after it. Still 40 laps to go. George Phillips down 2-1 ahead of Renfrew. It's down by 62 laps complete for the 55. Renfrew trying to settle back in, maybe cool those tires. Trying to make another charge at the lead. Renfrew with a good run off turn number 2. 2-car breakaway now at the front as Luke Baldwin hangs on to 3rd. Jason Vale, that 407, still with an outside shot at this. Trouble! Dylan LeBeau into the wall hard in turn 3. Dylan LeBeau with problems and into the wall hard. All I saw was sparks and then the car was backwards. Some kind of mechanical failure on the 47 of LeBeau causes him to turn around and back into the turn 3 wall. Tough break for the rookie. Heartbreaker for LeBeau as he climbs out of the machine. Good news is he appears to be all right in turn 3. Former EMOD champion out here. Great young racer. And heartbreak to end the 2024 season. Just kind of looking at the calculations here. Brad May, after qualifying unofficially with 138. Jason Vale with 132. That's 6 points difference between the 407 and the 9. And as you see, they right now run 4th and 7th. Could be close. Watch Vale in the 407, May in the 9 for the championship. Tim Sozio still on track in the 16. If something were to happen to the 9 and 407 here in the closing laps, we'd have to do a lot of math, but still in contention. But again, watch the 407 and the 9. Right now, 138 for Brad May, 132 for Jason Vale. It may come down to a tabulation at the end of 100 laps. We'll see what's going to happen next as the remains of the LeBeau machine make it back to the pits. George Phillips still showing the way. Both cars, 407 and 9 on the outside. Of course, the battle for the lead up front. Could have 2 really good races on our hands here for the championship and for the win. Let's see what's going to happen. 38 laps to go. Phillips, your leader on the bottom. Renfrew on the outside. Good restart for number 0. We're back underway. Down into turn number 1. Door to door for the race lead. Renfro going to try to power up with that high side momentum. Phillips going to try to dive deep into 3. Everybody makes it through the accident scene, so the track is in good shape. Little love, little nudge. Trading some more paint. Phillips and Renfrew continue to duke it out for the top spot. Renfrew on the high side, looking to get clear on the back straightaway. Renfrew to the lead. George Phillips gave him the outside, might give him the bumper this time. And Jason Vale's up to 3rd. Brad May under attack as Baldwin dropping backwards now on the 7. Phillips back to the inside, wants the lead back. Great battles all over the place. This Pro Late race has lived up to all the hype and expectations. Whoa, big shot for the lead. Phillips into the back of the 00. Renfrew and Phillips going heavyweight knockout fight for the top spot. Again, they touch into 1. Phillips and Renfrew, they might not have anything left at the end of this. Vale wants 3rd, and here comes May into the top 5. Right now, Brad May with the championship in hand. Look at this, 55-00, they're not done yet. Phillips leads. TJ DeCare on the outside of Vale. Vale needs every position, every point. He can get Brad May up the racetrack. May in the 9 is slow. Brad May with a problem off 2, the championship point leader again with problems. Brad May big time slow. Something amiss on the number 9. And now Jason Vale in control of the championship. What an up and down, topsy-turvy type of race. And I think Jason Vale just got the message that car number 9 pulled off the Speedway heartbreaker for Brad May. Multi-time track champion. Probably not going to get it done today, and I say that because there's a long way to go in this race. Wow, 68 laps complete. Things settle down for a moment. Engine failure on the Brad May number 9. Engine failure on car number 9. Heartbreaker. You never hear that out of that team. And oh, Jimmy Renfrew into the wall off turn 4. 2nd place car trying to knock the wall down. This race, a true war, a battle of attrition. And the drivers themselves trying to knock themselves out of the race. Unbelievable racing right now. George Phillips leads. Laps to go. I don't know if I can handle it. This one's had everything. Pro late models never disappoint at this speedway. I'm telling you, they have been so good at the World Series and during the Prelude. Phillips leads. Renfrew trying to gather it back in. Brad May with the engine failure. Had a shot at the Pro Late Model Challenge Series Championship, and now Jason Vale, who came into the night just 9 points out, fell back to 13 points out after qualifying in line to win the track championship, riding in 4th. Lapping by Reddit again on the back straightaway. He's down, holding his line on the bottom. Jason Vale rides in the 4th position. He was up there battling door to door with TJ DeCare. I think when they noticed that Brad May's team brought it pit side, he kind of backed off because he's right now in the catbird seat. A 13th place finish from Hudson Bolger leaves it in the hands of Jason Vale now as we close in on 25 laps to go. George Phillips, ultra aggressive here tonight. You can see the bumping and banging gone on the back of that machine. The Yanks on the lead by about 4 car lengths on Jimmy Renfrew's 00, who bounced off the wall a handful of laps to go. 15, TJ DeCare, fast qualifier, up into a podium spot now, holding off maybe soon-to-be champion Jason Vale. Does Jimmy Renfrew have anything left? It looks like Jason Vale's closing in on the 15 for that 3rd spot. And the laps begin to wind down. George Phillips got a big win out here during Speed Weeks in February. wanted to come and run a couple of races throughout the year, and Mother Nature got in the way of those plans. Looking to make it happen big here tonight. Phillips' lead continues to grow, now up 5, maybe 6 car lengths on Renfrew as Jason Vale closes in on TJ DeCare. He gives him a little knock, little hello at the door. Vale trying to break onto the podium. Vale's white 407 machine works to the bottom of the black 15 of TJ DeCare. Jason Vale hounding TJ DeCare for that 3rd spot. Phillips continues to have a nice lead. 2 big wins out here for George Phillips back in February. He won the 100-lap heart-to-heart race in February, so looking for back-to-back 100-lap wins as Jason Vale lights up the back bumper of the 15 of TJ DeCare, and here comes Luke Baldwin. So the battle for the final spot on the podium heating up as the battle for the lead settles down. So 20 laps to go. No more competition cautions, but if a caution does happen to come out naturally, could set up a dogfight to the finish. We'll watch, we'll wait, and we'll see what happens. Jason Vale still working hard on the 15. TJ DeCare is going to hold on to that spot for now. The second group of cars lapping by the Stephen Reddit 84. And this time by at least 16 circuits remaining for George Phillips. Phillips put his name on the map here in February. Did a lot of Pro Late model racing throughout the country this year. And looking to get back to victory lane here. Did get a win on the Show Me the Money Pro Late series this season. Still Jason Vale on that back bumper of the 15. Jimmy Renfrew trying to make something happen. I just wonder if that bounce off the wall has knocked that car askew just a little bit. It doesn't take much to knock these machines that they work so hard to be perfect out of whack. 3 cars still battling for 3rd. Tony Weiss, Logan Boyette, and Tim Sozio still on the lead lap. For 3rd, here's Vale off turn number 2 to the inside. DeCare went a little wide. Look at Luke Baldwin getting a big run. What's he do with it? Jason Vale on the bottom, looking for the final spot on the podium, looking to win a championship. Oh, a little contact there as DeCare slides up the hill. And Jason Vale up to 3rd. So DeCare slip slides back to the 5th spot. Vale, soon perhaps to be champion, now at 46 points in the race. Brad May out, Hudson Bolger out, Tim Sozio struggling with a handle in car number 16. Of course, he's got to make it 11 more laps. Jason Vale, perhaps the underdog in the championship fight here tonight. Again, got that big win during the red eye back in January. Didn't see too much out of the 407 after that. But Jason, he'll go run the bull rings, he'll run here. He'll go run at 5 Flags. We know he's good, and we're going to add Pro Late Model Challenge champion to the resume. Inside of 10 to go. It'll be 9 to go at the line. Couple lap cars ahead for George Phillips. And the battle for 3rd is not done. Here's the 7, Luke Baldwin trying to get it. Leader streaking around Reddit's 84 once again. Renfrew gets by. Blake Suddy going to pull down out of the way of the leader. Eight to go. Big lead for Phillips. A hard-fought battle, settling down over the final 20 circuits. But you just never know. Caution comes out, we got a whole different ballgame. Jason Babb up to third. Luke Baldwin fourth. Fifth for TJ DeCare. This time by 6 laps to go for George Phillips in the 55. 6 to go. Jason Vale still hanging on to third. He's the white car going into turn at number 1. Behind him, Luke Baldwin in fourth. TJ DeCare back to fifth. The 55 brings us to 5 laps to go in the Prelude to the Cup 100. Vale hanging on to third, looking to conquer the championship here today. Coming into the feature event, needed just 6 points on Brad May, and he's been able to find them. Big lead for George Phillips as the laps wind down. Jason Vale still sitting in third. In Vale, 13 points behind Hudson Bolger coming into the feature tonight. Bolger falls out. Brad May's in control, then he blows up. And now coming to 2 laps to go for George Phillips. Phillips looking to win the battle. The war, perhaps to Jason Vale if he can make it a couple more laps. 2 to go. They're slip sliding for that third position. Vale hangs on. Phillips with a half a straightaway lead as he goes into turn 3. Coming down to the white flag. 1 lap to go for George Phillips in the 55. Jimmy Renfrew fading late in the event, running out of time. Jason Vale in third, trying to win the championship. Final time down the back. No contest for the race lead. George Phillips looking for his second consecutive 100-lap win here in Nau Smyrna. He's going to get it. George Phillips wins it. Jimmy Renfrew Jr. settles for second. And coming off turn number 4 with a third place effort, Jason Vale finishes third, wins the championship as fireworks go off in 1 and 2. Luke Baldwin is fourth, fifth for TJ DeCare, Laney Weiss, Logan Boyette, Tim Sozio, Blake Sutty, and Steve Redditt to round out your field. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a big round of applause for your winner tonight, George Phillips in car number 55. And we will go down trackside, have a word with our top finishers, the folks from Flow Racing. We'll have a word first with the live television broadcast, and we will sneak in behind them and hear from our top finishers. And let's hear it for Jason Vale in the 407, your champion for the Pro Late Model Challenge Series here in 2024. Had to make up a lot of ground tonight, and he got it done. Fireworks continue, not only on the track, but off turn 1 and 2. What a race. And ladies and gentlemen, here he is. Let's hear it again. George Phillips, your race winner. Again, with the live broadcast here tonight, we'll play second fiddle on the interviews, but we'll hear from the drivers here in just a moment. We'll also draw that 50-50 while we're down here. Great fireworks show off 1 and 2. If you didn't get enough on the racetrack, there's more in the sky. George Phillips, what a heck of a battle that was between you and Jimmy. You guys made contact several times. It looked like a good hard racing to me. Looked like you really wanted to win this one tonight. Congratulations.
Yes, sir. I really wanted it. Great competition out here. So much fun racing with everybody. Just want to thank God most of all on my sponsors and every crew member who works on this race car.
Let me ask you, man, you started here in February for the World Series. You had a tough start to that. When you guys got that car put back together, you won the last 2 races. So this is 3 in a row for you here at Nau Smyrna and 2 100 lappers in a row. That's pretty incredible.
Yes, sir. I love coming down to Nau Smyrna. And all the fans, y'all are amazing. Thank y'all for coming out here, too.
Well, like I said, you had a great year racing pros. What's the plan for next year?
Well, we don't know yet, but we'll figure it out pretty soon. I'm just so excited that we won the Governor's Cup. It means everything.
Yeah, this is a big deal to win this one, and we wish you the best of luck. Whatever happens next year, we hope to see you back here, and I want to give you an opportunity if you have anybody you'd like to thank.
Thank you. I'll be back. I'll be back.
Well, that's what we like to hear. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for George Phillips, your race winner. Well, Jimmy, that was a heck of a battle, maybe a war between you and George. She's happy over there. You don't look as happy. It was still a good run for you, but what's your take on everything that went down?
Yeah, we'll take it for sure. Obviously a little rough there up in the top 5, and everybody kind of got a piece of everybody, but at the end just didn't have as good of a car as a 55 after bouncing it off the fence and all the stuff like that. But overall, a good run. I can't thank everybody that worked on this thing. Everybody at Renfrew Motorsports, Donnie Wilson Motorsports, they give me a good car every time I hit the track, and we got another good baseline to come back to Speed Weeks and try to win a couple more races and get that championship that we were so close to last year. So overall, good day. We'll go back to New Hampshire and enjoy the cold for a little while, and we'll be back.
Well, good. Then you can come warm up here in February, like you said. So I got to ask, off turn 4, about 20 to go, you bounced off the wall. Was that the difference tonight?
Yeah, probably. I think that, even after that, I could run the same lap times as them, just got too far behind. So obviously these cars are fragile, and when you bounce them off the wall, they don't go better, that's for sure. So just a little bit of driver error. I am disappointed. I feel like I threw this one away for these guys, but we'll come back and get them next time.
Well, that's what we like to hear, and thanks for coming all this way to race with us tonight.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jimmy Renfrew brings it home with a tough runner-up finish here tonight. Jason, you came in a little bit behind the 8-ball on points. You're probably just thinking, let's go out here and just win this race. But lo and behold, the points fall in your lap. You finish 3rd, and you win the championship. Congratulations.
Yeah, if we can do anything, we win the championship. I don't even think we had planned to run all the races, but, they all rained out except for the one in the beginning of the year. And we just disappointed. We struggled with a car all weekend, so at least we got something to take home with it.
Yeah, it looked like after qualifying you're a little bit off, but you drove the wheels off this thing, and there was a lot of hard racing tonight. Was it pretty fun out there?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. The car was just really loose. We just couldn't find what we wanted all weekend, and we're able to get it a little there. So, we're happy with this compared to where we started the weekend.
Well, it's a great start to the season. You won back at the Red Eye, and then, like I said, it was kind of a weird year with all the rainouts and everything going on, and it all falls your way, and now you get to go celebrate.
Yep, thank you.
Do you have anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, I got to thank my mom and dad and everybody that comes out to help me, Brad, Sean, and Jesse Dutilly for coming out to help me. We didn't have any help at all. My girlfriend and all the kids for coming out. Just everybody that helps.
Well, looks like you got just enough help. Congratulations, Jason Vale, our champion for the Hoosier Pro Late Model Challenge Series here in 2024. We'll head up topside, get ready for the next event. Pro Truck 35 lapper coming up next.
Go to patreon.com/Speedway video now.
Field getting set and ready. Daytona Dodge American Auto pace car set to pull off. Wilson Martins Jr. going to lead us to the green with Palmer Hag to his outside. Here they come. Great field of pro trucks off turn number 4. Green flag is in the air. Outside lane gets the jump now down into turn 1. Whoa, Wilson Martins 88 machine did not want to turn. Field able to avoid, and the lead goes to Palmer Hag in the 55. Palmer Hag 55 going to lead us to lap number 1. Watch the 3. Derek Pugh on the outside making both moves around Beckham Monopoly's 59. 3 wide behind them as they funnel down into turn 1. Field quickly getting singled out. And it's a big single file line down the back straightaways. They try to take it easy. 35 laps, a little extra distance for the trucks here this evening. Good rebound for Wilson Martins in the 88. He went down to turn 1 on lap 1. Truck just took off with him, did not want to turn. But he's hanging on to second as Jeffrey White knocks on the door literally as they go into 3. White in the 41, Martins 88. Derek Pugh, fast qualifier, already up to 3rd, looking very fast in the 3 truck here once again. Every time Flow Racing's in town, Derek Pugh is up near the front of the field in a pro truck. Side by side for the second spot, Jeffrey White, 41 truck working on that runner-up position. He's got it for now. Beck Monopoly sideways off the corner, but hangs on to it. Still side by side for second. And maybe 3 wide here as Derek Pugh in the 3 thinks about it. George Gorham, the M5, very fast in practice. That truck joining the leaders now. Oh, we got trouble. Jack Hall in the 00. Jack Hall with the problem. The 0's off the pace. And yellow flag is out. Jack Hall in the 00. Mason Love in the 0. Bad lap to have 0s on your truck. Not sure what transpired there. But the 00. Tough day for Jack Hall already. Took some back roads to try to get here. Had to turn around as one of them was closed and then had a brake caliper go out. Just trying to get here was an adventure, and it's been an adventurous 5 laps for the 00. Brand new scheme on that machine. And I don't know if he's got damage. Doesn't look too bad from up here, but not sure exactly what the deal was. All right, getting set for the restart. 30 laps remain for the Ashley Holmes Jacks Pro Trucks here tonight. Daytona Dodge American Auto pace car peels off the speedway. Palmer, Haig, 55, Jeffrey White, 41. Bring us back to the green flag. Palmer up there in the outside lane with a good jump, but here comes Jeffrey White. Wilson Martins Jr. giving a little push there to the 55 as they go into 3. Top 6 still side by side under a blanket as Gorham power slides off the corner. Back of Monopoly in the 59. It says, hey, it's early in the race. I'm going to let you get in here, but not going to let it happen again. As Palmer Haig again in the 55 on the outside, pulls away with the lead. Jeffrey White, that 41 truck, still working the bottom. Derek Pugh in the 3, fast qualifier, methodically working his way up through this pack. And off of turn 2, the 55 out away with the lead all by himself. Jeffrey White with a little bit of a wobble there coming off the corner. He falls back into the 2nd spot. And George Gorham trying to get to the inside of the 88 of Wilson Martins. Side by side for 4th, George Gorham in that beautiful M5 tribute machine looking to the inside of Wilson Martins. And Gorham will go from 5th to 4th as Martin slides back his spot. Here comes Brendan Pletcher. I expect to see something out of that 92 before the race is over. It's been a while since Brendan's been here, but looks like things are starting to come to him. Heating up for 2nd, Derek Pugh, who battled tooth and nail with Jeffrey White for the race win a couple of weeks ago. Looking down on the inside now for the runner-up position. Jeffrey White going to give him the spot, fall back in line, go back to work on him. Pugh up to 2nd, and here comes Gorham again sideways. Gorham tagged the wall that time. Just like Jimmy Renfrew in the Pro Late race. Gorham a little bit loose, smacked the wall with the rear. Trucks get back single file, 12 laps complete. As I say that, here comes Pletcher to the inside of Wilson Martins. The battle for 5th heating up on the back straightaway. Martins went wide in turn 1. Pletcher in the 92 trying to work the bottom, but Martins is going to hang on to the spot for now. From the drop of the green, it's been all Palmer Haig up front in the 55. Derek Pugh into 2nd, Jeffrey White 3rd. Best battle on the track again between the 92 and the 88. Derek Pugh, the fast qualifier, up from 6th on the grid, closing in on Palmer Haig for the race lead. Haig leads it. Pugh in 2nd. Jeffrey White has slipped back in the 3rd spot, falling into the clutches of Gorham. The M5 slapped the wall a couple laps ago, but stays in the 4th spot. And now 4 cars battling for 5th behind the 88-92. Becca Monopoly 59. Nolan Mesa 28 with a big run off turn 4. Mesa to the inside of Becca Monopoly 4th position. Monopoly struggling tonight in that blue truck. 17 laps complete this time by. Closing in on halfway. Pletcher to the inside for 5th. Nolan Mesa working on back of Monopoly as Derek Pugh begins to close in ever so slightly. Monopoly with a wiggle and a wobble. Good save there for Becca in turn 1. Cross flags halfway home for the Ashley Holmes Jacks Pro Trucks. 17 circuits remain as Pletcher and Martins continue to battle for position. Nolan Mesa might have one of the fastest trucks on the track right now, but he's got nowhere to go as they're double file in front of him. Mesa to the back bumper of Pletcher as they get single file. Palmer Haig continues to lead. Derek Pugh about 3 truck lengths behind in that 3 as things heat up. Coming to 15 laps to go. Truck breakaway up front. Battle for 3rd beginning to heat up as Wilson Martins is held on to 5th for now. Nolan Mesa's 28, trying to make something happen. Derek Pugh in that 3, still getting close. Battle for 3rd, George Gorham in the M5 to the inside of Jeffrey White. Final spot on the podium up for grabs between Gorham and White. Little sparks there, they might have touched there going through the corner. George Gorham in the M5, he races up to the 3rd spot. Wilson Martin, his truck is starting to flap apart, but he hangs on to 5th. Both sides of the truck coming apart. Wilson Martin's with the parachute deployed down the 88. He still hangs on to 5th. Laps winding down here as Palmer Haig continues to hang on to the race lead. This time by 25 laps complete, inside of 10 to go now for the Ashley Holmes Jacks trucks, behaving themselves here tonight. Good hard racing, but it's been nice and clean. One incident or power steering issue back on lap 5. That's been it. Dalton Smith trying to make a pass at the back of the field. And Derek Pugh starting to run out of time. He's starting to drop off the 55. Palmer Haig in the 55 had an outside shot of the championship, came up just short a couple of weeks ago. Looking for redemption here tonight with a win. Anything can happen with these trucks. Still a good battle for the 5th spot. A little loose there for Brennan Pletcher off turn number 4. So he's still digging for that 5th spot. Wilson Martin's in the 88 racing hard. He got his first win this season. He's trying to hang on to the top 5 here during the Governor's Cup weekend as the laps wind down. 28 laps now complete. Palmer Haig still your leader. The 3 has not really been able to close in here. To go. 6 laps remain for the Ashley Holmes Jacks trucks. Still 3 trucks duking it out for 5th. Brennan Pletcher trying to make something happen in that well drilling 92. Pletcher gets loose in 1. Pletcher was trying to go to the inside Then he had the 28 on his back bumper, and Nolan Mesa wants the 6th spot away from him now. Battle is for 6. Mesa with the flames on the inside. He's going to just clear the 92. Pletcher going to fight back, though. Pletcher and Nolan Mesa battling for 6th behind Wilson Martin's little crossover move here from Brennan Pletcher. We're now inside of 5 to go for Palmer Hague in the 55. Kuhn in the 2 drops down, lets the leaders go. And we are coming to 3 laps to go for Palmer Hague in the 55, 3 to go. Everything looks clear on the racetrack. Still the best battle is for 5th. Nolan Mesa out of the back of the pack trying to get into the top 5. 2 laps to go for Palmer Hague in the 55. George Gorham a distant 3rd, but time is running out as the white flag will be set to fly this time by. Still a good battle for 5th. That is the best battle on the track. Here's Palmer Hague to the line. White flag, 1 to go. Palmer Hague 1 lap from victory. And Nolan Mesa right to the back bumper. Wilson Martins, they're going to duke it out for 5th as the sides are trying to leave the 88 truck. Into 3, your leaders coming off turn number 4 to win it here during the Governor's Cup weekend. Palmer Hague gets the win in the 55. Derek Pugh settles for 2nd. 3rd will go to George Gorham. 4th for Jeffrey White. Here comes Nolan Mesa. The 28 truck is going to get 5th here on the final lap. Mesa, Wilson Martins Jr., Brennan Pletcher, Becca Monopoly, Chuck Ayers, Maria Martins, Dalton Smith, and Mike Gamache rounding out the field. 50-50 and Lucky Fan have been claimed as we make our way down to victory lane. Palmer Hague climbing out of the 55-year race winner. Palmer, you came up just a little bit short in the championship for the trucks, but a heck of a season for you, and what a way to end it. Congratulations on the win.
Yeah, thank you. Coming out of the season, coming in P2 in the points championship, that's really really great. I had a fun time running the whole season, and I think it's great that Maria won the championship. She really deserved it, and she just ran good and quick all season.
Well, it must have been nice tonight with no points to just come out here and race, right?
Oh, yeah. We came out here, we were stressing a little bit, then we just decided, you know what, we're no points, we're here for fun, I'm just going to have a good time while doing it.
And you saw a couple weeks ago how fast the 3 truck was. How were you able to hold them off tonight?
Just keeping my head together, having my spotter in my ear telling me, keep calm. He catches you a little bit, but you'll pull out in the end.
Well, you got 2 races this weekend. You got it done tonight. What's it going to take to win the sportsman race tomorrow?
A lot of hard work, cool heads, and do the same thing we did in the trucks.
Who do you want to thank?
I'd like to thank my spotter, Blake Klauser, my crew chief, Donnie Funk. I'd like to thank Life Kids, Greenbrier Landscaping, my dad, my mom, my friends coming out, my family for coming out, and everybody who helped on the car. I'd like to thank God for letting us come do this. I'd like to thank all the fans coming out and supporting us for this Governor's Cup weekend. And yeah.
And hey, we want to thank you too for all your support this year. Ladies and gentlemen, your Pro Truck winner, Palmer Hague, in truck number 55. And we'll make our way over here and grab a word with Derek Pugh, our runner-up, winner just a couple of weeks ago. And we'll hear from him in just a moment. Well, Derek, you got the big win on your return a couple weeks ago, and Palmer apparently from all that, but still a good run for you tonight in second.
Yeah, after 2.5 years of not racing the truck, I'd say this is a pretty good finish. But, yeah, we struggled. We came up here yesterday, and we struggled between yesterday and today. But for the most part, coming home with a second-place finish, I mean, nothing to complain about.
You know, it's a long green run to end that race. Were you expecting it to be out there? Do you think maybe if we had a yellow, you could have gotten him?
Well, I mean, these truck drivers, they usually always drive pretty clean. So, I was hoping for a caution, but yeah, it was a good race.
Well, Derek, we appreciate you coming out here. Do you have anybody you'd like to thank?
Yeah, my mom, dad, my girlfriend, Evan, Bobby Shelton, Debbie, my sponsor, JMS Precision, Joey, Tool and Die, everybody that came out to help, all the fans for coming out to watch. Hope we put on a good show. Thank you all.
Derek, congratulations. Runner-up finish, Derek Pugh in truck number 3. And speaking of 3, we will talk to our third-place finisher, George Gorham Jr. Going to do a double duty here this week. George, good run for you here. First time in a pro truck here in quite some time. Good run for you in third.
Yeah, I mean, not bad. We didn't even get to practice. We struggled. We had to ended up finding a foam came apart in the fuel cell. We got 0 practice laps, but this is my little boy's truck. I got it for him. I just wanted to get it running for him so we make sure he's good to go when he gets in the seat. So I just do a little test and tune for him. He turns 10 in March, and he'll be able to get behind the wheel and start playing with these guys. And I just wanted to practice it, make sure everything's good for him, keep his kids interested and keep them going. You know, kids are long gone. We need all we can get in this racing to keep all these fans excited and keep the racetracks alive.
I agree with that 100%. I look forward to the future here. You got some good stars coming up, and big weekend for you. You're looking forward to the Governor's Cup now. So this is out of the way. You can focus on that tomorrow. How's the outlook with the Super?
Yeah, we struggled a little bit in qualifying, but we always race good. Last year we qualified good and we ran like crap, so hopefully the roles are reversed. We've been coming here for quite some time. We've got to win. We got DQ'd to do the left side weight years ago, but it's always a great show. It's a great race for you fans. It's a longevity race. A lot of things playing a role. As far as pit stops and stagger and all that stuff. So it'll be a good show. So hope to see all y'all here tomorrow.
Well, I agree, and hey, I appreciate you coming out and being a part of this. Do you have anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank my wife, Craig, JT. Sorry he didn't get to race. His truck got broke. Rich, Vince, Craig, Brandon, Blackburn's Barbecue, Francisco's Custom Collision, Ace Wrecker, our family business we've owned since '79, and all you fans. We can't do it without each and every one of y'all. And maybe bring a friend and watch us tomorrow, and we'll put a show on for you.
Sounds like a good plan. George Gorham with a great third-place run. He'll be back tomorrow with the Super Late for the Governor's Cup. And let's hear it again for Palmer Hag, your winner in truck number 55. Maybe. Yeah, we'll try to get ready for the modifieds.
Go to patreon.com/Speedway video now.
All right, lights are down. Field is set. Lots of fast cars all the way through this one. And I think it's going to be a battle of attrition. Who's going to be around at the end? Who can pace themselves for 75 long laps with these big, high horsepower modifieds? Here we go. Some of the best in Florida ready to do battle. Wayne Parker, Matthew Green, lead us to the green. We're underway. They power down into turn number 1. Green goes up the track. Here's Bennett looking to the inside. That was close going into 1. And they sorted out. Wayne Parker, soon to be champion, takes the lead. Here comes Bruce Bennett. That 24 car is hungry. He's looking for the lead. And Wayne Parker holds him off side by side for 4th. Richie Smith to the inside above Van Deventer's 86 machine. Here comes Grimm, the fast qualifier. Schofield in tow with Dodge Culver. Couple of West Coast drivers getting up in the mix here. Richie Smith, that white, gold, and red, number 42, knocking on the door. Matthew Green's 15, knocking him out of the way, but can't get by. Green hangs on to 3rd. Smith looking to the inside once again. Smith has had a good year out here. A couple of podium finishes. Would love to cap it off with a big win in Governor's Cup weekend. Already 4 laps complete. It's Insane Wayne with the lead as Matthew Green begins to fall backwards in that 15 car. L.J. Graham up to 4th. Single file calm start to this JNC Great All Modified 75. Closing on the back of the field, it's Brian Gage, wounded number 16. Got half a straightaway ahead of the leaders. lapping by the 16 of Brian Gayton. And for second, here comes Richie Smith looking to the inside of the 24. A little contact between Bennett and Smith. This could get good going into turn one. Bruce Bennett hangs onto the spot. Richie Smith, LJ Grimm closing in on the battle for second as Wayne Parker pulling away in the Jeremiah's number 1W. Smith again with position to the inside. We'll have a look in turn one. Smith trying to power up the apex of the corner. Looking low still. He's got a run here on the back straightaway for second. Smith in the 42 on the bottom. Bennett 24 on the outside, and here comes LJ Grimm. Well, contact behind them with the 86 and 15. Everybody keeps it pointed in the right direction. Matthew Green starting to slip slide backwards in that 15 car. Wayne Parker still leads. New second place man Richie Smith with 11 laps complete. A couple of veterans battling at the back of the field. Jerry Simons in a backup car, the 66. Oh, in trouble. Alan Bruns gets into Shane Held in 1 and 2. Shane Held spins around. Caution is out. Just the battle I was watching back there, and Alan Bruns and Shane Held, a couple of the grizzled veterans, get together. So battle back there at the back of the field brings out the first caution as Shane Held and Alan Bruns get together. Count his blessings and get ready for 2025. Getting ready for the restart. Here's the 1W. Wayne Parker back on the gas. Boy, and the rear rotors of the 42 are on fire. They're glowing as Richie Smith goes through the corners. And I mean glowing in trouble. Van Devender goes around off two. The 86 went around off turn number 2 and 12 laps complete. And then the yellow flies. Yellow is out, 86 unable to refire. Well, I was watching the rear rotors on the 42 of Richie Smith because they were glowing big time, and then trouble behind him. A little stack up and around went Bubba. LJ Grimm has worked up to the inside of row 2 with Richie Smith to his outside. Matt Green, 15. They're in 5th. Brad Bowman will restart 6th. And Dodge Carlbert, Jerry Simons, Alan Bruns, Bubba Van Devender, Jeff Schofield, and Brian Gayton. Ready for the restart off turn number 4. Back underway. Wayne Parker gets another good jump. They head off into turn number 1. Parker with the lead, and it's double wide behind Bruce Bennett in the 24. Field quickly getting back single file as they battle for 5th. Wheel to wheel, it's Brad Bowman and Matt Green. Bruce Bennett knocking on the door for the race lead. Bennett 24. Looking low with nothing doing. Four cars trying to break away as Brad Bowman works the high side around Matthew Green. Dodge Carlbert and Jerry Simons starting to get in the mix now. Little bumper tag between the 11 and 15, and up the track goes Green. Simons hangs onto it, and Bruns gets spun behind him. Boy, a big moment there with Simons and Matthew Green, and Alan Bruns, and the accordion goes around off turn 2 behind one of the haulers. Alan Bruns gets refired right in front of the leader there. Set for the restart. Leader Wayne Parker on the outside. Bruce Bennett to his inside. Good restart this time for both drivers. Bennett with a hard angle into turn 1. Little bumper tag. Everybody trying to win it on the restarts tonight. Wayne Parker away with the lead. Everybody sorting it out. And it is Wayne Parker with the lead, but for how long? Bruce Bennett getting up to snuff now on the 24. Richie Smith working the bottom of LJ Grimm's black number 72. Grimm up to third. Bowman with a big slide off turn number 2, but hangs onto it. He is 5th. Good little race shaping up. We can get some laps in here. Wayne Parker going to lead us lap 16. Wayne Parker, Bruce Bennett, LJ Grimm, Richie Smith, nose to tail as Brad Bowman hangs onto the 5th spot. Battle for second. LJ Grimm looking low on the 24. Bruce Bennett. Bennett, though, able to hang on. Parker leads by half a car length. Top 4 still nose to tail. Good race up at the front of the field as we come to lap number 19, but it's been all Wayne Parker up front. Parker in the 1W still showing the way. LJ Grimm, 72, working the high side. He gets a little bit sideways, though. Field starting to string out just a little bit. Jeff Schofield trying to work his way back up through the pack. Schofield to the back of Jerry Simon, 66. And LJ Grimm still looking to the high side of the 24. Bennett, no one able to make a pass, though. As I say that, a little bit of contact between the 87 and 66 towards the back. A lot going on, even though it looks calm for the time. Sequence complete for the 1W. A lot of smoke out of the 87 as the 86 gets to his inside, and Schofield goes around off 2. And Bubba Van Deventer gets into the back of Schofield, and Jeff goes for a slide off 2. Yellow is out again. 21 laps complete. Just can't seem to get into rhythm for the Janes Grid All Modifieds tonight. Schofield didn't hit anything, gets it righted, and we'll continue on. We are set for the restart. 21 complete out of 75. Closing it on the 1/3 distance mark of this one. Wayne Parker on the outside. Your leader with Bruce Bennett again is inside of the red green. Parker in the 1 on that high side, getting the launch, but here comes LJ Grimm, the 72, finally working his way through this traffic. Big move by Jeff Schofield down the back straightaway. These guys are racing every lap like it's the last one here. Close quarters action for second. LJ Grimm in that 72. He is cleared to second. Let's see if he can do anything with Wayne Parker. Grimm, the fast qualifier. With all these restarts, he's not really been able to show much muscle as he wants the lead here off turn 4. Grimm to the bottom. Wayne Parker holds him off. Grimm's going to try him here in turn number 2. Parker's going to take that lane away as Richie Smith goes to work on the 24, Bruce Bennett. Top 4 still nose to tail. They've been like this all race long. 24 circuits in the books. 51 to go for the 1W Wayne Parker. Parker with the championship basically wrapped up here. Trying to hold on and win going away. Jeff Schofield, Jerry Simons continue to battle deep in the field as LJ Grimm continues to look low on the race leader, Wayne Parker. 25 laps complete, 50 to go. Wayne Parker starting to let that rear end dance around a little bit. That could open the door for LJ Grimm, who's got a fast piece here tonight. Travis Rowland Motorsports 72 working to the bottom here as Richie Smith and the RRD machines trying to get up in the mix. Bruce Bennett been playing in the dirt a little bit this year. That's one big modified race is out here. He's right there in the thick of this one. It's a long way to go. Matthew Green hanging on to that 5th position in the 15 car, having a good run, his best of the season. A lot of good cars stuck in the back. Some of our podium finishers from a couple of weeks ago stuck out and around the 10th spot. Still nose to tail for the lead, and it's all Wayne Parker in the 1W. Parker still leads it. LJ Grimm trying to look for a way by. He goes up the hill trying to turn down, use the banking of the racetrack. Nothing doing that at the time. Battle for 5th, heating up. Dodge Carlbert in that 11 car. Might not have the most motor in the field, but so steady and knows his way around this place. And battle for 3rd. Back up front, here comes Richie Smith in the 42 to the inside of the 24. As Grimm works to the bottom, a little contact between Grimm and Parker. Side by side for the lead. Lap traffic ahead. This could get dicey in turn 1 and 2. Grimm has to go up the racetrack. They settle back down single file. Tense moments there on lap 31 around lap traffic. LJ Grimm, Wayne Parker nose to tail with Richie Smith getting in the mix. Go watching Dodge Carlbert try to work his way to the top 5. As Grimm goes to the outside in 2. Grimm just can't find the grip on the upper groove that he needs. Still side by side for 5th behind the top 4. Dodge Carlbert doing a yeoman's job in car number 11 right now. Green gets loose and Carlbert powers up. Dodge Carlbert into the top 5. Grimm looks high again on Wayne Parker. Grimm just cannot get the bite off the corner that he needs as Bruce Bennett begins to fade in the 24. Wayne Parker trying to take a line away from the 72. Here comes Smith in that 42. Normal modified race is 35 laps. They run twin 25s in the Challenge Series. We'd be coming to the checkers if that were the case tonight, but there's a long way to go. 40 laps remain this time by. Grimm's got a lane on the high side. Parker leads that one. Let's see if he can hang on. LJ Grimm may be in position to take the lead here. LJ rolling the top side. Wayne trying to get the power down there. Still even down the back. Grimm with a bumper out in front. Wayne Parker sails off into turn 3. Runs him up the track. Here comes Smith. Great fight for the lead. Spectacular modified racing right now as Grimm gets by. LJ Grimm, he's not clear. Here comes Wayne Parker back at it. Parker fighting at the front of the field. He knows he's got the championship in hand. He's getting aggressive here tonight, but LJ Grimm, a little too much right now as Parker dances off the corner, falls back to 2nd. Little smoke out of the LJ Grimm 72 that time. I wonder, maybe a little tire rub there from some of the contact. LJ Grimm out in front. That's just up from 6th. And some smoke out of that 72. Big smoke. It's getting way worse. LJ Grimm in the 72 takes the lead, and the car starting to smoke. Oh, trouble. Alan Bruns on the front stretch. Yellow is out. Boy, that smoke billowing out of the race leader, LJ Grimm. And I wonder if that's tire smoke or something else. And we'll wait to wonder because Alan Bruns has gone for a little spin here off turn number 4. And trying not to get stuck in the mud. And he might have just gotten there. Here we go, getting ready for the restart. Half the race left. EJ pulls the pace car into the pits, and that smoke billowing out of the 72 as they go down to the corner. Again, no reports from upstairs about any kind of fluid. The Grimm stays in the gas, just a smoke screen at this point. LJ Grimm, the 72, with a ton of smoke. Richie Smith up to 2nd. And again, the rest of the field, I don't know if they're backing off because of the smoke or what, but LJ Grimm away with the lead. No reports of any fluid on the racetrack. They keep them running. They're watching it closely. LJ Grimm continuing to lead with that smoke. Might just be a big tire rub from contact with Wayne Parker, and you just got to wonder if that'll last. LJ Grimm with the lead, but I think he's going to get the black flag for the smoke. Black flag for the leader. Oh, and big fire under the 72. LJ Grimm on fire. Yellow is out. It was leaking something. Boy, a big ball of fire under the 72 as they came to the yellow. Tough break for LJ Grimm, takes the lead. And just as he got the black flag, something caught a light there. It's still running though, so I don't know what's leaking, but no reports of any fluid on the racetrack. We've been checking with the spotters. And LJ Grimm went up in a ball of flames. Something, obviously found something to ignite. They're going to go under the hood and look at car number 72. Heartbreaker for LJ Grimm to the lead and now to the pits. So now Richie Smith in the 42 going to inherit the race lead. Boy, that thing off turn number 4. It must have just some kind of slow leak somewhere, and it finally got hot enough to ignite there. All that smoke, though, doing a good job to burn off whatever fluid. And good shot from Flow Racing. Nothing trailing the machine. So that's the good news as Simons hits the pits. Jerry Simons, Alan Bruns still in the pit area as Brian Geaton. Just hearing he's going to be the free pass here. Still looking at the 72 LJ Grimm to see what ails that fast race car. Dodge Carlbert will restart in third. Bruce Bennett and Bubba Van Dieven are back up into the top 5. Heartbreaker for LJ, had a very fast race car. And we are set to go back green with Richie Smith, the white 42, the leader. Here they come. Top 2 getting a big jump. Oh, Bruce Bennett! One car up into the air and into the outside wall. Big crash in turn 1. Wow, Bruce Bennett and Bubba Van Dievender go for a wild ride on the front straightaway. Matthew Green is involved. Brad Bowman's in it, in the 2. I think that's the 66. Red flag is out. Major incident here down the main straightaway. 24 just had a bad start. 86 went up over the side of him. Now, a lot of cars spinning to avoid. See if we can't get another look at that here. Oh, the 24 just got run over by the 86. Schofield got a little piece of that with Matthew Green. Simons got turned around. Field going back yellow. And you see some heavy damage on the 24 Bruce Bennett. You see the remaining sheet metal flapping in the breeze even under yellow here, so we'll have to get that looked at. And the 24 did not go on that restart. And Bubba went up over the side of him, and all heck broke loose behind him. Now, that's the thing with these modifieds. When we get a bunch of them out here, it's usually calamity. Set for the restart. Tough break there for Bruce Bennett. Plenty of opportunity to come service that car before the tire went down. We are set to return to the race. Richie Smith, whoa, they're all over each other already. And green flag back in the air. Richie Smith with the jump. And here's Dodge Carlbert, that 11 car. I told you to keep your eye on Carlbert. He was not out of this thing yet. Carlbert and Parker now side by side for the runner-up position. Oh, Bowman with the slide off turn number 4. Now Bowman gets a shot there from Jeff Schofield. Well, you cannot put your bumper on the front bumper of the 87 and not hear from the driver of that 87 to Schofield. Schofield getting aggressive. Many trips down pit road, but still trying to battle in the top 5 as Carlberg and Parker work on each other for the runner-up spot. Oh, they touch going into the corner. Big lead now for Richie Smith as Wayne Parker goes back to work for second. He slides up the hill, and Dodge Carlberg has second all to himself. Wayne Parker, soon to be champion, hanging on to third. And it's Brad Bowman and Jeff Schofield, the top 5. Jerry Simon, 6. Matthew Green, Alan Bruns, and Brian Gayton rounding out the field. 45 laps complete this time. 30 laps to go. Richie Smith away with a big lead, biggest lead anybody's had all night long. A lot of hard racing at the front. And we see some drivers that might have used up their stuff just a little bit. We'll see how the last 40 laps go. We'll see some more comers and goers. Parker still hanging on to third. As things calm down for the time being. Closing in on the 2/3 mark of this one, and closing on the back of the field is the leader, Richie Smith. Smith works the high side of the lap machine, and Gayton pulls way low. He's way slow on the back straightaway and might be bringing the 16 in. Nope, Gayton's going to stay on the racetrack for now. Keep an eye on that. 50 laps complete, just 25 to go for Richie Smith in the 42. So close all year long. Can tonight be the night for the 42? Dodge Carlberg doing a great job tonight in the 11, hanging on to that second position. Every time that team shows up, they always say we're underpowered, but they're always end up with a great finish. And right now, second to Richie Smith. Richie Smith still leading. Lap starting to wind down as this field starts to wind down as well. Richie Smith's lead just under half a straightaway as he goes into turn 3, and Carlberg goes under the scoreboard. Smith with the fastest car at the moment, still pulling away. Wayne Parker starting to fall off the back one for Dodge Carlberg, but hanging on to third. And your leader catching the back of the field with Brian Gayton in the 16. Half a straightaway ahead. That machine has fallen way off the pace the last couple of laps. No real change around the racetrack. Things have really settled down here at the end of this one. And Brian Gayton at a snail's pace now down the back straightaways. The field flies by once again. 57 will be up on the board this time. Brian Gayton with some mechanical issues slowing that machine. And now a lot of sparks out of the 4B of Alan Bruns as he goes into turn 1. Richie Smith, Dodge, Calvert, Wayne Parker, the top three. As the laps continue to wind down, it'll be 16 to go next time. Circuits in the books, and still a big lead for that 42. No battles for position. Everybody's just riding right now, hoping maybe something will happen and they get a late race restart and make up some spots. Another lap on the 16 of Gayton. Alan Bruns brings the 4B to the pits. Alan Bruns looks like his night is going to come to an end. Wayne Parker running in third, just a couple laps away from the track championship. Richie Smith looking for his first win of the year. Boy, if he didn't miss a race earlier in the year, Smith could be looking at a championship, but that's not going to be the case tonight. 63 laps complete. Eight cars remain on the track, 7 on the lead lap as Smith continues to show the way. He's opening up a big lead now on the 11 of Dodge Carlbert. This time by 10 laps to go for your leader, Richie Smith at the line. 10 to go, 5 miles left for the J&C Grid All Modified. Wayne Parker trying to reel Dodge Carlbert back in for the runner-up spot. 11 and 1 getting closer. As I say that, the one goes up the hill. Laps trickling down here for the J&C Grid All Modified. So sideways the two of Bowman here as Jeff Schofield closes in on him for fourth. Another lap of the book, 68 complete. Bowman hangs on to fourth. Dodge Carlbert hanging on to second as Wayne Parker tries to take it away from him. Laps for Richie Smith. 6 to go for the 42. Carlbert still hanging on to second. Schofield not able to make up any more ground on the 2. Everybody holding their position here. Your leader, Richie Smith, again, going to put another lap in the books. He is just 2 miles away from victory with 4 to go. Richie Smith with 4 top 5 finishes on the season. Looking to cap it off with a big win here tonight. Less than 3 laps remain here for the J&C Grid All Modifieds. Wayne Parker looking to take home that championship. Here's Smith at the line. 2 laps to go for Richie Smith. A number of second place finishes so far this year for Richie Smith in the 42, looking to make it a winner here tonight. We'll be looking for the white flag as Matthew Green tries to make a pass on Jerry Simons in turn 1. White flag is out for Smith. He does not want to see the 15 and 66 get together. Simons and Green going at it for position. Richie Smith down the back straightaway for the final time. Green's going to get the spot away from Jerry Simons. And Richie Smith going to bring it off turn number 4. Richie Smith will win the 75-lapper for the J&C Great All Modifieds, his first win of the year. Dodge Carlbert, a career best second place effort. Wayne Parker, third, will wrap up the championship. Brad Bowman is fourth, fifth for Jeff Schofield. And the battle behind him moves Sparks out of the 15 of Matt Green. Matthew Green hangs on literally to beat the 66. Little contact there, something breaking on the 15 on the final corner. Brian Gayton finishes. A rough race for the 16, a rough day for that team. Well, Richie, we talked to you on the podium a whole bunch of times this year. You've been so close, and you saved the best for last. Congratulations on getting the big win tonight.
Yeah, shoot, man. We had, like I said, we had a couple breaks went our way, but I still think we had a really good piece to run LJ down and race with him for the win. So just messed up a little bit in qualifying. I feel like we should have sat on the pole, but, you know, second was good, and I'm okay with that. So, here we are. It's been a pretty tough road for me to get here on these half-mile tracks. Most of my stuff's quarter-mile stuff, so just trying to come and run some of these bigger tracks, but hey, I'm happy.
Well, you should be. This was a good field of cars. You had some real strong competition, and for a while it was 4 guys nose to tail duking it out. Some really good racing out there until the field thinned out. So you were able to survive and outlast, and you've had a good piece all year. So no doubt about it, you're in this one tonight.
Yeah, I wanted to sit there and ride. Once we fell back from second, I told my guys, I said, I'm just going to ride right here. Just could kind of keep pressure on everybody and just keep in check, and then when we can go, we'll go. So we did that, and then I felt like we was going to race LJ for the win. However it came out, it came out. I've raced with LJ for years. Got a lot of respect for him and stuff. So, it's unfortunate that he broke a motor or whatever happened to him there. But, it's racing. I've been on that end before many times.
Well, hey, man, we appreciate you coming out here supporting this thing, and congratulations on the win. Do you have anybody you want to thank?
I want to thank my wife first off. She puts up with this stuff and goes with me a lot on most of the time, unless I go with Cody and Johnny out of state. But I got to thank her. And then my brother, he does a lot of work with me every night in the shop. It's pretty much just me and him. And then Donnie, he'll come help me. Scotty, he helps me. Rose, Johnny Sapercone, one of my best friends, and Hippie Shocks. He builds us all great stuff, so no complaints there at all. But yeah, just a lot of hard work between me and my guys and Johnny. He leads me in the right direction all the time, and like I said, I love him like a brother.
Ladies and gentlemen, Richie Smith, our big winner tonight in the J&C Great All Modified 75. And we'll head over here and grab word with our runner-up here, Dodge Carlbert in the 11. As he's chatting there with Wayne. Dodge, come on over here. Great run for you guys tonight. I know when you guys come here to the big track, you guys are a little underpowered. This car was on rails, though, tonight, and great run for you to finish runner-up.
Yeah, we struggled all day in practice. Thank you, Boyd, for my dad and Boyd really threw the kitchen sink at it, and I think we were pretty good in the feature, and like you said, we're underpowered. We're at 500 horsepower to their 800, so we just come here to have fun and run up front when we get the chance, and we finished second and third both times we've came, so I'm pretty happy with that. I got to thank everybody that came to help, Shay, my dad, Alex, Tyler, Eric, everybody that, came and showed up. This is a long drive for us, so B&E, Q Auto and Injury Attorney, AES, Bun Racing, and everybody that just supports us year in, year out.
Well, it's been a great year for you. On top of good runs in the modified, the Sportsman was outstanding this year as well, and it seems like you guys have been having a lot of fun racing.
Oh, I love it, man. Yeah, as much racing as I can. I wish we got to run this car more. I love this car, so we'll be out. This car runs more at the end of the year, so we'll we'll be getting some lap times in it.
Well, we'll keep following you. Going to the snowball?
Oh, yeah, going to snowballs as long as everything at the LJ Grim race goes good. So, yeah, we're going to go snowball, and then, we got a few things lined up next year. That will be pretty big.
That Grim race will be good, too. Good luck in that. Hey, thank you for coming out and supporting the show. Dodge Carlberg brings it home, runner-up here tonight. And we'll head over and talk to our champion for this year after a solid third-place run, Wayne Parker. Congratulations, another championship out here. You ran with some really fast race cars tonight, and third place to survive this thing was even a chore. So good run for you. Congratulations on the championship.
Oh, thank you. First thing I got to say is thank you to the 24. He kind of let me live. I didn't mean to cut down in front of him. I was kind of like, car was sliding around. I was a little out of control, and he let me live. So I do have to thank Bruce Bennett. But after that, the racing all night long was a lot of fun. The kid in the 11 car is pitted next to us, and I'm not going to lie, I kept looking over at it saying, that kid don't got a chance. He don't got a chance. And when he went by me on the outside, it's like, that little shit has a chance.
No kidding. And like he said, he's underpowered, but every time they come here, they run well.
He runs real good. He's a super nice young man, and I'm happy he did good. But I have to thank everybody. I have to thank Scott and Bobby. They've helped me. I came to the track. I told a bunch of people I worked on the car by myself for the last 2 weeks. Got everything perfect. Told everybody as soon as I roll it off the trailer, it's going to be the fastest car here. Got here, rolled it off the trailer. It was about the slowest car here. Jason Boyd got here. He walked around the car for about a half hour, made a bunch of adjustments. The last 3 practices, we were a fast car.
Well, that's the way it goes. You get Jason wrenching on these things, and he always finds a way to make them fast.
Yep, so I definitely have to thank Jason, but most of all my wife, like the first place guy said, for putting up with this nonsense.
Well, this has been a crazy year with rainouts and stuff, but you guys got a lot of racing in, and you outlasted the field. So how's it feel to be champion again?
It feels real good. It feels real good. This will probably be the last time I run a whole season because it's hard to make every race because there's so many family things. This is my family here, a bunch of them, and a lot of times you can ask them, I don't make it to get-togethers, I don't make it to birthdays or anniversaries because, I'm here.
Well, I totally understand. Family is very important, and we'll let you go celebrate with the family. Congratulations again.
Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Wayne Parker, third on the track, but most importantly, the champion for 2024 in the JNC Great All Modifieds, and we'll get ready for that final event. Mod Mini's getting ready to go.
Go to patreon.com/Speedway video now.
For hopefully the final time here this evening as we get geared up for tomorrow's Florida Governor's Cup 200. And there goes the 67. He'll join the tail of the field. So again, championship contenders. The 112 Sean Bass, 1 point behind the 22 of John DeGeorge. Not a big field tonight, so obviously whichever car finishes in front of the other is going to be the champion. Here they come. Goolsby set fast time in qualifying in the 20, and he's got the lead going into turn number 1. So Sean Bass going to have his work cut out for him tonight, at least for a little while. That 112 has been nearly untouchable. Only race he's lost since they brought that car out was Governor's Cup 1 year ago. And Larry Goolsby making the 20 very wide as they came down the front straightaway. John DeGeorge not getting the start he wanted. Sean Bass got the opening he wanted. Side by side for the lead. Goolsby upstairs, Bass downstairs. And Sean Bass to the lead. John DeGeorge struggling back in fourth. Goolsby right to the back bumper of the 112. They know how fast that car is. Not only fast down the straightaways, but look at it through the corners. It's fast and it handles. Sean Bass leading. Larry Goolsby in second. Fallon Goolsby up to third. John DeGeorge sitting back in the fourth spot. They'll lap around rookie James Sewell's 67 car. Fallon Goolsby having to change lanes to get around that 67. Sean Bass leads Larry Goolsby about 4 car lengths behind. If this were a super late or a pro, it'd only be 3 car lengths, but I digress. Sean Bass leads us to lap number 5. 30 to go. Larry Goolsby staying in the tire tracks of Sean Bass. Definitely pushing him, but the tail end of that car swaps around as it comes off the corner. Boy, Larry Goolsby driving the wheels off the 20 car, almost got a piece of the wall. He can see the 112 and he's pushing it with everything he's got. Oh, Goolsby sideways off turn number 2. Big save for the 20. Whoa, boy, that was big and a nice save. He keeps it going and now a big lead for Sean Bass. That might have been the save of the night right there for Goolsby. Lap traffic again, the 67 James Sewell. Sean Bass has to go way wide to get by, and 9 laps complete. Out of 35 and a big lead for Sean Bass as Larry Goolsby tries to hang on now on the 20. John DeGeorge trying to reel in Fallon Goolsby now for the 3rd position. John DeGeorge trying to reel in that 27 for the final spot on the podium. But not the night the 22 needed to hang on to the championship, that's for sure. But still a ways to go. Anything can happen. Sean Bass, lap number 13 as he laps around the 6 of Mark Broad. No contest up front right now. The battle for 3rd, though, starting to heat up with John DeGeorge in the 22. DeGeorge trying to catch Fallon Goolsby's number 27. Fallon Goolsby still hanging on to that 3rd spot as the 22, John DeGeorge, tries to close in for 3rd. Sean Bass, the leader, laps. Whoa, the 67 almost caught him there as he lapped him. Goolsby up the track again. The 20 is fast, but not handling well. As we're closing in on halfway. It's a couple shy of halfway, as a matter of fact, with 16 laps complete. It's all Sean Bass at the front. $17 complete, 18 to go. Time by crossed flags for the leader, Sean Bass in the 112. 17 laps away from victory. And if he does hang on to win, he will be the champion. John DeGeorge had positions slip away at the end of the race a couple of months ago. and put him in almost a must-win situation tonight. He's going for third on Fallon Goolsby into turn 3. John and George on the bottom, Fallon Goolsby on the outside. They almost come together. John and George makes the pass up to third. Fallon Goolsby going to try to fight back now. Sean Bass still way out in front. John and George finally starting to get going in the 22. Might be too little too late. 15 to go for Sean Bass. 15 laps left. Sean Bass with nearly a straightaway lead on the 20 of Fallon Goolsby. Now, Volpe's Motorsports 112 has been whooping up on this Mod Mini field for the last 2.5 years. Only got to beat him was, well, the team car when Jerry Simons took the 71 to victory lane. And that was a year ago. Sean Bass did miss a race earlier this year, but he's won everything else. And now, oh, trouble! Look at this, Sean Bass is blown up. Sean Bass just blew up. Oh my goodness. Sean Bass up in smoke. John DeGeorge around the outside. John DeGeorge might win this championship after all. Unbelievable. A stunning turn of events. First, Brad May blows a motor, and now Sean Bass with apparent motor or some kind of big mechanical issue. And the 112 limps back to pit road. Larry Goolsby out in front. Heartbreaker for Sean Bass. Just mere laps away from winning a championship after missing a race. He's just saying how dominant he's been despite missing that race. And then the motor goes. Or something. Larry Goolsby the leader, and now here comes John DeGeorge. New life for the 22. He's picking up the pace. Larry Goolsby leads it, looking for his first new Smyrna win. John DeGeorge, I don't know what he's thinking behind the wheel. Unbelievable turn of events. John DeGeorge was at big odds as far as winning the championship here tonight with what we've seen out of the 112, but that right there is why you run all the laps and you just wait and see what's going to happen. Absolutely stunning championship upsets here tonight. We're not done though, but with the 112 being out of the race and the laps winding down, just a matter of time, perhaps. Oh, the leader gets caught up by Sewell. John DeGeorge is trying to win this darn race. 28 of 35 complete. Little sparks out of the Goolsby 20. This race has new life. Sean Bass out of the 112, dejected as it all comes to an end tonight. Unbelievable. Larry Goolsby, your leader. John DeGeorge in second. Fallon Goolsby now third. Mark Broad fourth. James Sewell still a couple laps down. Still has not caught the 112 car. Larry Goolsby gets caught up behind Mark Broad and he spins him. Mark Broad goes around and he's into the infield. The leader gets into Mark Broad. We'll have a restart with about 5 to go. Tough break for Mark Broad in the 6. Mark trying to get fired up here on the front straightaway. Is just getting ready to say the 20's getting held up by the 6. And I don't think Larry meant to spin him, but kind of just run up on the back of him there, and around went Mark. All right, Larry Goolsby, your race leader as we get set to go back racing with 6 laps to go. Just 3 miles here for the Mod Minis. Larry Goolsby the leader. John DeGeorge be on his outside in the 22. getting ready for the restart. And John DeGeorge way out in front. Goolsby going to catch up. They close together. Little jackrabbit start there, and we're back underway. When John DeGeorge just doesn't want to get going on the restarts, and that's, oh, Fallon, hang on. 27, a little bit loose, leaning on that right rear. Caution is out, no start. Well, even the pace car is clocked out tonight. Here we go. Larry Goolsby, your leader on the inside. John DeGeorge on the outside. Fallon Goolsby, 27. Mark Broad, a couple laps down. 4 cars to settle it. Much better looking start. And a good restart for Goolsby in the 20. John DeGeorge in the 22 is having trouble getting up to speed on these restarts. And he'll fall back to third here. Boy, the 22 not getting going, but he's done enough to hang on to win the championship at this point anyway. Remember, 22 or 112. Whoa, the 22 might be going south. Our soon-to-be champion might be having some issues here. John DeGeorge with issues, just trying to hang on here. He's in the 3rd position, but the car down a little sick as it comes down the front straightaway. Boy, the Mod Minis struggle to get through the season for a lot of the top contenders. Shane Satoris, Clint Foley, and a bunch of other ones just couldn't even make it here tonight. And now our soon-to-be champion, his car sounds sick, although it sounds better now. We saw this at the start of the race, the 22. It just didn't want to go. And, of course, Sean Bass with the mechanical failure taking him out of it. And Larry Goolsby coming to 2 to go, looking for that first New Smyrna Speedway win. You know, sometimes you just got to be the ones to take a chance and show up and let the pieces fall where they may. And right now, falling in the laps of the Goolsbys. They run 1-2. Father and son, 1-2 here for the Governor's Cup weekend. It'll be a cool story for them if they can hang on one more lap. Last lap for Larry Goolsby. Fallon Goolsby back in 2nd. And John DeGeorge looking to bring home a championship back in 3rd. Final trip down the back into turn 3. And picking up his first New Smyrna win is going to be Larry Goolsby in car number 20. Goolsby gets the win. Fallon comes home in 2nd. So the Goolsbys go 1-2. John DeGeorge comes home in 3rd and will claim the track championship here tonight as Mark Broad rounds out our field. And Larry Goolsby getting the win, and he's savoring it. Why not? And there he is out of the car, Larry Goolsby, our feature winner for the Mod Minis. He's finally a winner here at New Smyrna. Man, you guys don't get to make it over here very often, and you know, tonight was just one of those weird nights, and it works out for the entire Goolsby family. 1-2 for you guys tonight. Congratulations on the win.
Yeah, we are able to keep it together for once. Both of them, we had a little bit of trouble with my son's car, but we were able to get it fixed. I thank everybody hanging around. I did that Polish victory lap for you know, all the past champions. I know there's a lot of guys that won here. I know that Bobby Allison passed away today, so please send your family or your thoughts and prayers to his family. Mike Curry, Curry's Roofing, Bell's Tree Service, Chief of Machine, Burton Shocks Performance. I mean, everybody that helps us, Bell Tree Service. I mean, Racer Walsh. Everybody does a great job for us, and I hate it for the guy down there at the 6. I've raced a long time. I don't race that way. I really did want that caution, to be honest with you. I thought I had enough buffer with John, but I know he was coming hard. Congratulations to him on his championship. I understand he won his championship going out in style. So let's give a real big warm of applause for him, because, man, I know he's worked really hard. And thank everybody, the Hart family, everybody here. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, and thank you guys for coming all this way to be part of Governor's Cup. And how cool is it to be 1-2 with your son finishing behind you?
That's been a long time coming. The boys picked up a lot. Still got a little bit to catch the old man, though. I still got some tricks up my sleeve, but, the boy's come a long way, and I'm really proud of him. He works real hard on his car.
Larry, congratulations. Larry Goolsby gets the win here tonight in New Smyrna. And his boy Fallon comes home in second. Good run for you, man. This was kind of one of those crazy races out here, but to have come out, I believe this is your first start here on the big track, and you come home second to Dad. That's got to feel pretty good.
Yes, sir. I can't complain. I just have to give a huge congratulations to my father. He is a huge help with everything that goes on, because I would not be in my shoes right now if it wasn't for him. So congratulations, Dad. Enjoy it. You deserve it. And it seems to me like me and my dad were both bad coming off the corners, especially me. Like I was having to kind of pedal it coming off, but P1 and P2 can't complain. So we'll take that to the bag, and hopefully we'll be back here soon.
Well, good. We'd love to see that. And you guys were letting it all hang out, look like slipping and sliding, having a little bit of fun. And do you have anybody you want to thank here tonight?
Yes, I have to give a huge thanks to Mike Curry-Griffin, my father, my grandpa, Tiny, my girlfriend, Bell's Tree Service, really everybody who's helped out with this. It's amazing.
Well, like I said to your dad, thanks for coming here, being part of Governor's Cup. We'll let you go over there, get in those pictures, man. 1-2 moment. They can't take it away from you guys. Fallon Goolsby with a great second-place finish. I want to let him get over there and get those pictures. And now let's talk to our third-place finisher and champion, Mr. John DeGeorge. John, come on over here, man. Please, listen, man, you did it. Your back was up against the wall after what happened during the last race, losing a couple of spots. Everybody thought it was going to be the 112 because he's had the fastest car all year and the way the points were going to fall. But listen, man, this is why we run the laps. We got to see what's going to happen. And if it falls in your favor, congratulations, champion.
That's racing. Like I was telling her, I'd like to thank this guy right here. He gave me my first race car, and now he's here for my last race.
I mean, I know it's bittersweet because you got other plans coming up here, but to go out as a champion, that's got to be so special.
Oh, yeah, it's great. And racing against these guys are great. I mean, they're the top-notch guys. I mean, it's hard to describe how to race with these guys. So that's it. I just want to say thanks to the 3 fans that might be here, but.
Well, a lot stayed to watch the race. They're hearing you out in the parking lot, and they appreciate it.
Thank you. And thank you, too, by the way.
Well, of course. Well, thank you for being here all these years. It's been fun watching your race, and who knows what will come down the road, but congratulations on the championship.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, John DeGeorge, third place, hangs on to win the championship. I don't know if he thought it was going to happen when they got here today. Came, they stayed, and they got it. John DeGeorge, our champion for Odd Minis, and Mark Broke brings it home, survives the contact with the wall, brings it in fourth. Mark, real quick, since you're down here, it's at the end of the night. They can't tell me to stop talking now.
Third on the points.
Third in the points, man. It's a good night for you. You got stuck in the mud. That seemed like a lot of fun. Car's fine.
That's mud bogging. That's what that is.
Mud bogging. Hey, do you have anybody you want to thank for your season?
Oh, everybody. My wife, for one, waiting on me. And then I got Recon. Ray with Recon. Everybody, I tried to bring out 2. Next year, I'm going to bring out 4 cars. We're going to have a good time.
Well, there you go. Mark, we appreciate you being here, man. Congratulations. Glad he was able to finish. Mark Broke, third in points. Not a bad season, not a bad night for him despite going in the mud. Cool moment here, father-son 1-2 to wrap it up. That is it. Prelude to the Cup is complete. And there's nobody left except those guys over there. Thank you, everybody, for being here. On behalf of myself and everybody here at New Smyrna and the Hart family, we appreciate you coming to the Prelude. We'll see you at the Governor's Cup tomorrow.
Go to patreon.com/Speedway Video now.